Good day, everyone. This is Paul Chapman, if you don't know already. Welcome to Talking Trigrams. Pretty cool accumulation of members this last couple of weeks. So I thought I'd just do a quick introduction and say this is our group to explore trigrams and everything that's associated to that. And I just out in the garden and I watched David Attenborough's A Life on Our Planet last night, and the stark observations of what he's presented and what's coming in the next century for our children and grandchildren is pressing. And I thought it'd be interesting as an introduction up until our next meeting, which is in about 3 weeks, to look at some hexagrams in relation to how the planet works. And I'm hoping that amongst us there's some scientists that are connected to agriculture and understanding of the soil and the seasonal patterns, the changes in the world, so that we can glean some information together of how this microcosmic image within the human body responds to the same macrocosmic energetics of nature. And I'll just get my little drawing thing up. I'll do that. Okay. And of course, this is our group. So what we put into it, what we plant, what we nurture, what we tender, what we fertilize, you could say, will obviously be the fruits of our labors. So no pressure on anybody to contribute or not contribute. Just like to say that there's no inappropriate question, whatever level of understanding you've got, whether it's in insights that you're sharing or questions that you're answering. Let's all just group together and see what we can find between us. And what I wanted to look at today was just, oops, not that. I wanted to look at four trigrams. So we've got Qian-Heaven, so the 3 yang lines. I'll just put Qian up here. And then we have Kun-Earth. Let's put it down here. And then we have Li Fire. Or maybe we should put water there. Here, let's put water. We have Calm Water and Li Fire. Now, what's interesting about these 4 trigrams is that when they're put together, so when you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6 yang lines of the first hexagram initiating, or the 6 yin lines of responding, the second hexagram. 6. So we've got responding. So the first 2 hexagrams of the I Ching, and then we have the 63rd hexagram, which is Calm Water over Li Fire. 63rd, which is already fulfilled. And then we have the 64th, which is Calm Water below Li Fire, which is not yet fulfilled. So basically the 64 hexagrams, if you don't already know, in the I Ching. So the opening of the I Ching, 1 and 2, is the primary hexagram of Qian trigram and the primary hexagram of Kun-Earth. And then the closing 2 hexagrams are a combination of the trigrams water and fire. And what's interesting in these is there's a system called a mutual hexagram or a mutual gua, which I'll draw up for you now. Let's just pick a number. So we go for the 31st hexagram. That's a nice one to start. So we'll go, now this is the I Ching book numbers. So in Dr. Tan's system, if you're a balanced method person, you'll know that it's 72, but in the I Ching book it's 31, which is the first hexagram of the lower canon. So the first 30 represent the process of creation, the process of heaven, and from 31 to 64 is the Tao of humanity. So it's the way that humanity follows heaven. And this one's called mutual influence. Young love, you could say. Romeo and Juliet. And a mutual hexagram is made up from the second, third, fourth, and fifth lines. So in this situation, the second is a yin, the third is a yang, and the fourth is a yang. So that gives us the trigram of Shun wind. And this is the lower trigram of the mutual gua. And then the third, fourth, and fifth lines are all yang. So you could say, if we put that over there, we get the trigram of Qian. So this creates a mutual gua. So the inner influence gua hexagram of number 72 or 31, which gives it kind of like the hidden influence meaning of what this hexagram means. And this inner influence, in this case, is the 44th hexagram, which is encountering. Encountering, which represents the heart in the tidal hexagrams. And it's about coming to meet. And interesting, in the old tradition, coming to meet was actually indicative of sexual intercourse. And as this primary hexagram here, or not primary, this hexagram here of 72 or 31 is about young love, mutual influence. Its hidden meaning is how to couple, how to join. So it's a very interesting combination. Now, from the mutual, you get what's called a core gua, core hexagram, which is again made in the same way from the second, third, fourth, fifth, third, fourth, and fifth. And obviously, they're all going to be yang. Yeah, so second, third, fourth, and third, fourth, fifth. And we come up with the core hexagram of Qian. And let's take, for example, for a hexagram like this one, which is Jun Thunder underneath Kun Mountain. Now we can see that there's 4 yin lines in the middle. So obviously when we create a mutual hexagram from this, we're going to actually create Kun-Earth. Does that make sense? So we're going to create the hexagram with 6 yin lines. And of course, when you do the core gua, you've got 6 yin lines in there again. So that the trigrams or the hexagrams of initiating, responding, already fulfilled, and not yet fulfilled, are found as a core gua. One of these hexagrams is the core of all the 64 hexagrams. They will all reduce to one of these 4. So basically these 4 underpin the entirety of the I Ching, which I find, it's kind of interesting. So if we look at these 4, we can look at the 4 trigrams and the 4 hexagrams, if you like. And what I'd like to look at is how are these energetics represented in nature. and then in the human being. And perhaps we could use this as our next discussion. And to assist you in that process, I've also watched a video recently which is called Kiss the Ground. And I'll put a link up for it in the comment section on this. And if you watched also David Attenborough's Attenborough, A Life, oops, I think it's called A Life on Our Planet. Anyway, it's his new one out. It's about climate change. Definitely worth watching. Yeah, so perhaps in our next thing we'll discuss Qian-Heaven, Kun-Earth, Li Fire, Khan Water, and the four hexagrams that they relate to, if you get a chance to research that. Pretty excited to see who is in this group and what you know, and what are the dynamics that we're going to develop together. So have a fabulous weekend, guys. And again, thrilled that you're all here, and looking forward to plenty of dynamic learning and conversations. Love to you all. Ciao.